Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, guys. I try to put gaming content out like this on a regular basis. And if you guys enjoy this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. Now with that said, today's video, I want to show you kind of what I went through today. You know, I recently just got an Arcade 1-Up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade cabinet, and the thing is awesome. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. That is really cool. I basically put it together, me and my son, and just, you know, give our thoughts on it. But since that video, all of us were playing it, my whole family, my wife and my kids, we were playing it, and my daughter actually noticed that one of the players, which is Raphael, which would be the red joystick, that character pulls to the left, and that is a problem. I switched with her to try to make sure it wasn't just a fluke, but it definitely was a problem. The stick was pulling. So think of it as Joy-Con drift. We definitely had some stick drift. Now, being that these are micro switches, how it works is when you pull the thing to the left, the bottom goes to the right and hits the little switch in there on the right side. So it's kind of, everything is opposite. So I opened that thing up, and you know, I didn't realize that I was able to open up the micro switch at first. So what I was going to do is I did buy stuff to mod my Street Fighter 2. I have everything for it, the sticks, I have light up buttons, I have a piece to basically take the LCD and be able to put like an HDMI to it, and all, you know, it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole process, and I just haven't got time to do it, and I don't have time to do it today. I actually thought about doing it, and then I realized how much work it was going to be and how much stuff I remembered I had to do to it. But I was thinking maybe I could take some of these parts and just swap them out. Like maybe take one of the sticks from here, put it in the Ninja Turtles cabinet, and put the new sticks in there. Well, not that simple. The new sticks I have are way better quality, and they require just a whole different setup. So that was out, and I didn't want to downgrade the Ninja Turtles cabinet with these sticks because they are way low quality. So definitely didn't want to do that. So it was like I was kind of weighing my options, and then I watched a video on the sticks because I had never dealt with these things before. So this is all pretty much new to me. You know, so basically I found out that there were springs inside those micro switches, and then when I thought about it, I was like, oh, I can definitely have to be able to open them up. It looked like they were sealed. They're really small parts, and then it's when I opened them, I seen how it all worked, and then it clicked, and I was able to fix it, no problem, put everything back together. But you're going to see what I kind of went through and see if this is a problem that you ever have on one of these newer Arcade 1-Up cabinets. That hopefully this will help you, and you'll be able to possibly fix one of your sticks. And at least you'll be able to see what these boards look like when they're opened up, and kind of get an idea like what you're getting into if you've never messed with one of these things. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for checking it out. You know, so let's get right to it, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see, here's my Turtles arcade, and I basically ripped the control deck off of it. I took, you know, all the joystick, the ball tops off, all that good stuff, and now here it is in pieces. I took that apart, so you have to basically take it off and then just take this plastic shell off. As you can see here, I got a box of all kinds of goodies. I got a Raspberry Pi in there. I got all kinds of good stuff to swap this and mod both, well, basically my Street Fighter 2 cabinet. I have lighted buttons and all that good stuff. But this is my Ninja Turtles right here. Now, you can see the sticks look like this. So now mine looks like that. I popped this plastic piece off of it, which was real easy to do, which exposes the micro switches. So as you can see, as you move it, here, I'll show you what one's supposed to sound like. Now, mine sounded like good where 3 moved, and then there was a dead spot. So listen to this. It's not really doing anything. And it's supposed to be clicky, like this. So I am getting that. Nothing. It's dead. Now, every once in a while it would work, but still, that's a problem. So I'm gonna replace the ones on my my Street Fighter 2 arcade, and I'll take a look at what's easier, either seeing if I can just swap this switch out or if I'll just change the whole thing, which I don't want to do. I'll probably just see if I can swap out this micro switch here. We'll see what happens, so let's check it out. Alright guys, so right here I have the Street Fighter 2 cabinet, and here's the screws that I already took out. So basically I'll just put them right down there so I don't lose them. This just should pop out. I already got it unplugged, and there's a ribbon cable here if you can see it. This just pops out and it comes free. So you just take this plastic board off, and that exposes everything there. So I'm going to do that right now and see how easy this is going to be. Alright, here we go. I actually got to cut these little tie wraps here. So cut them guys loose, because I actually want to just disconnect only what I have to at first, and I just want to hook up the new joystick to make sure everything kind of works with them like they should. Alright. So I guess I'll just take this stuff off. It wants to come off anyway. So the original artwork, the ones that people were complaining about the paint. Alright, so let's see here. So I see this just is down, up. Let's see, red is up. Okay guys, so take a look at this huge mess that I got here. Well, now I figured out something, that I was able to take apart this right here. Now my stuff is not, everything doesn't jive. Like, these are all different joysticks, different parts. The cool thing is, the joysticks that I got for my Street Fighter 2 cab are Sanwa sticks, so that is awesome. They definitely are way higher quality, and you could tell that's pretty much as good as it gets. Now, I did realize that I was able to pop open this piece. I thought it was sealed, but then when I was watching a video about it, they said you could bend the springs. Well, knowing that I could bend the springs made me know that I was going to be able to open this thing up. So that's what I did, and this is what's inside. So as you can see, just by opening it, it's already working. So it was just missing the contact, something wasn't jiving in there. So now I got it working. So as far as the Ninja Turtle cabinet, that's awesome. I can close it up, put it back together, and play it. So I'm really happy about that, because I didn't want to have to change this one out right now, but I still may just keep going and modify my Street Fighter 2 cabinet. So that's what I'm looking into now. I'm actually researching how to use all the equipment, because I'm not familiar with this stuff. Like I said, I do have certain boards that change the HDMI, or put an HDMI to the LCD screen. So I had a bunch of extra pieces. These are the pieces right here that I'm going to need, this control board. And basically, let me try to show you this. This piece right here gives me the settings for the screen. So that's cool. I'll actually be able to go into a menu screen now with this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this and set up the Raspberry Pi. You know, when I guess when I get that all finished, I will put another video out. But for right now, I am just going to finish off the Ninja Turtles cabinet, put it back together, and this will be that video. So yeah, cool stuff, guys. Cool stuff. So I am going to mess with this little guy right here, make sure that when I close it up, it is still doing that. Because I don't know if you remember, it was not clicking at all. And that was a problem. So here's actually the top piece that I had taken off of it. So as long as I can put this back on and it's still clicking, I'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I got it back together, and as you can see, it is working good. Which, it didn't do that before, it was totally dead. But, as I had a problem where the wire snapped off. So, it actually goes right on this terminal right here. So, time to bust out my soldering kit and solder this back on. So, that's what I'm going to do. Alright guys, so I'm not super great at soldering, but as you can see, I soldered that thing on there. It might not look the best, but I guarantee you that thing is probably a lot better off than it was before. Now, I have this little soldering pen that I actually bought off of Amazon a little while ago, just for things like this, because I actually do quite a bit of soldering for little things like this that I try to fix. So, this is actually a pretty nice little thing here. You can kind of sit it in there, so you know, you have a way to hold this thing so you're not burning everything. You know, the one thing that does stink is the solder when it's melting here. So I'll put this up here so it doesn't fall over. So yeah, pretty sweet. So like I said, that thing is now soldered, so I'm going to go ahead and yeah, put it back. So like I said, I really hate little parts. So as you can hear, nice and clicky. So that's what we want. Let's see. So put it back in place here. I am going to stand it up and see how it goes. So it seems to be working just like I wanted. Awesome. So there it is. I'm going to put everything back and I'm going to test it out. Alright guys, so now you can see here's my Street Fighter 2 cabinet. This thing's all back together, looking nice. And if you noticed, I didn't mod the joysticks here, but I did wind up changing the ball tops on it. So it's kind of a small mod. Definitely happy that I did that finally. I've had them for quite a while now. Like I said, I was going to do the buttons and the joysticks last winter, and I actually had some health problems and I wasn't able to do it. So, you know, it's been kind of just sitting ever since, and I never got around to it. So I definitely am going to be doing this soon. This is a project that I've been putting off for way too long. I want to definitely do it, and but just for starters, I did change the ball tops, and they look so much cooler on that thing with the red and the blue versus the black. So I'm pretty happy with it. Even just a little change like that definitely gives it a cooler looking appearance. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright guys, so now I'm just finishing up on the cabinet. As you can see, I have this back on. I plugged it back on in, and now I just have to put these screws all the way in, and this thing is back on. I have it plugged in already, and I also got to finish putting on the ball tops. Now, when you do this part, you have to be super careful that you do not over tighten these screws. If you over tighten these screws, you're going to crack your plastic protection, and then it's going to look lousy. And now that they, you know, give it with all the units when you buy it, I don't think they're going to send you one. So yeah, I don't know how that would work unless you just tell them it was cracked right out of the box. But yeah, that definitely will stink if you do that. Alright. And, you know, just by opening up these different cabinets and looking at the parts, it is night and day, the quality difference of these joysticks. Let me tell you, these ones are way better. The first wave, really, really low budget parts. Which I'm not shocked, but it still stinks that they're such low quality. So I am definitely swapping that stuff out. These ones I'd like to leave, you know, with what they are. I really didn't want to have to change nothing because, you know, this is actually really nice. So I got a little bit of dirt under there from when I was messing with it. I'll take that off later and clean it. But yeah, I broke that wire because, like I said, little parts are such a pain to deal with. I absolutely can't stand them. But, you know, luckily I have the stuff to do it. So hopefully this helped somebody out. And the only thing to do now is to test this thing. So let's turn it on. I wish I could have showed you before. Like I said, it was just Raphael here on the end. Now, he constantly ran in the left direction. So when you started him as a player, he just bolted to the left. And it was really weird. It started doing it right away, not so much, I didn't notice it even right away until we were all playing, and then my wife was like, hey, or my daughter, she was like, hey, I keep going that way. So yeah, definitely not cool. So here we go. C. Whoop, A. My sticker came off. But yeah, the attack button is the A button.
Let it show.
So now I can pick my character, Raphael.
Let it
I'm going to skip this stuff and go right to the Big Apple. Now you'll know right away, if my guy starts running that way, then it's still messed up. But if it looks like he's stopped, that's good. So yeah, right there when I pushed left, he kept running. So it definitely seems to be working just fine. Alright, this is awesome. See, this is what I wanted. He would just turn to the left. Like right there, I would have been already turned. So it doesn't seem to be sticking at all. And it's working because, like, you know, I had that wire off. I had to resolder it. I completely broke it off the terminal. Because I didn't open the tie wraps like I should have. I should have opened it a little bit more. Yeah, this is such a nice cabinet. I am truly happy with this purchase. I gotta be totally honest. This is a lot of fun. Me and the kids been playing this a lot, but the only thing that sucks is when I had that stick that was not working correctly. And the cool thing I found out too is you can actually hold this right here and the one button, and it clears the stage. So that is something that I didn't know, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, you can skip stages. So I can go right to the next one, and then when it goes to the Cowabunga, that means the course is cleared. So yeah, you can just keep skipping stages right to the end, so you can practice them, whatever. Like just like the first one, the blue Leonardo here, he actually goes back to the menu screen. Michelangelo, I want to say he resets and brings you back to this first, or the beginning of the stage. Let me see. We'll just test that out real quick. Alright, so yeah, it looks like he brings you back to the main screen here. Or no, he brings you back to the beginning of the game. That's what it is. So back to the title screen, back to the beginning of the game, back to the beginning of the level, and then fast forward a level. So that is so cool. So I'm going to jump ahead again. So cool.
This is April on the recording. Hey, crime!
Alright, come on.
Let it show!
Alright, go ahead, let's go forward there, guys. Alright, I was hitting the wrong button.
Cat Blues.
Alright, Alley Cat Blues, so I'm going to go ahead again. Another stage.
Sewer surfing.
All right, sewer surfing. So see how cool that is? You can just keep skipping. That is awesome. So I'm so happy now that this is working, right? Like I said, it was kind of a pain with the Walmart. I would have had to bring the whole cabinet back, and honestly, I didn't want to do that. I was just wanting to see if I was did have a problem, if I was able to, you know, return this or whatever, because I didn't get the warranty or whatever. I kind of figured that they were not going to have this in stock, and they had a lot of them too. So that just goes to show you this thing sold like crazy. That was an excellent deal. I am so happy to have this, man. This is so much fun. Me and my kids were playing this all morning, and that's why I really wanted to go ahead and fix this thing, because it drove me nuts. I wanted to play as Raphael and to have him, you know, not really playable at that point. So I definitely had to take care of that. So I'm going to skip ahead one more time to a stage where I am not moving automatic, just to test it again.
My patience is wearing thin.
Okay, so here's... There we go. So fast forward to the next level here. Okay, so like I said, right there I would have been pulling to the left. And if I went to the left, I would just keep going. The character was always like this, just running off screen. And that was so annoying, because then I had to smack this back real hard to get it to like reset and come back this way. So yeah, it is fixed, guys. Absolutely awesome. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. You know, this kind of stuff can happen. I mean, these things are mass produced, and that, you know, is the whole purpose of making these things cheaper, so that a lot of people can actually have these in your house. But let me know what you guys think, and if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you're not already subscribed, you know, I try to put content out like this as much as possible, but I really appreciate you stopping by. That's the video, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys.